It is the most wonderful time of the year here in Columbia, South Carolina. I love Christmas. I'm obsessed. And not just because I was born in December and so is my husband. I love all the activities and everything it has to offer here in the Columbia Midlands. And I'm here to tell you all the things that there are to do no matter what year you are watching this video. So the first thing that I have, and it is the HGTV lover inside of me that loves to watch other people's holiday home tours, and we've got plenty of them here in the Midlands. So the Robert Mills House and the Hampton Preston Mansion are both historic houses in downtown Columbia that are typically open to the public for tours all throughout the year. But during the Christmas season, it gets a special holiday makeover with your own tour guides that also tell you everything about the holidays specifically in these houses. You also have the Ivy House Market, which is both an open house, all decked out for the holidays, as well as a holiday market. So you can also get some shopping done by some local vendors. And just to let you know, I will have everything about these events that happen every year linked in the description below for you. The second thing that I have here are parades. So the first one that we have is the South Carolina official state parade, is the annual Carolyn Holiday Parade. Now this happens in historic downtown Columbia. It of course is free. It features marching bands and churches and floats and all kinds of things, and of course Santa, usually from all over the state of South Carolina. So it's an extra special parade for us. The town of Lexington also has its annual snowball parade and festivities after, as well as a festival that happens the very next day. And this parade is obviously going to be down their main street. It's a little bit of more of a smaller town feel, and a really special thing, this is my absolute favorite, hands down, is Lake Murray. Why? Because it's not any parade. It is a boat parade. So it is both a parade of boats that are lit up, so it is also a Christmas light show as well. So it is both of those things in one. So the next thing on my list are Christmas tree lightings. So pretty much every town in and around the Midlands, including on base, will have its own tree lighting ceremony. So I'd be remiss not to mention the biggest and most important one, and that is the Governor's Carol lighting. Now this is, of course, of the state Christmas tree, like the official state of South Carolina Christmas tree. It is an entire program with musical performances, as well as the governor's seasonal message. So I will have that, of course, with everything else linked down below. The next thing that I have for you are light shows and Christmas light tours, and there are quite a few in this area. So one of the fun ones that we talked about in one of our last videos where we talked about activities for the families, we talked about the Riverbank Zoo and how pretty much seasonally there's something fun for you to do with your family, and December is no exception. So we have the Lights Before Christmas at the Riverbank Zoo and Garden. So this is the longest running holiday tradition at the zoo, and it lights up nearly 1 million lights. We went last year with our nieces and nephews, and it was so much fun. The second is, just because baseball season's over doesn't mean you can't head over to the stadium. So you can head on over to Sagra Park for Firefly's holiday lights. The entire park is decked out in 1 million LED lights. There's also Christmas shopping, kids activities, crafts, and of course Santa. Oh, and don't forget, there's also the Firefly's mascot to hang out with and get some weird holiday pictures with. And this happens all throughout the season, so it's not just a one-day event. It happens 42 nights out of the holiday season starting in November. So one of my favorites is, it's called the Holiday Lights on the River at Saluda Shoals Park, a walking as well as a driving, so depending on what you want to do. So this thing has millions of lights and lit up displays, some of them animated and with music. So all of the activities are included with admission, so this thing is not free, but it is still very inexpensive. There's tube slides, hay rides, the Christmas train, Santa of course with photos. There's the Santa's gift shop for your holiday shopping, and there's also plenty of concessions open for all of your holiday treats. So a relatively new thing that they have now is at the South Carolina State Farmers Market. They now have their own light show, and that's called the Carolina Lights. All of these light tours, whether they're drive-through, walk-through, all of these light tours that I just mentioned are held throughout the holiday season. So they're not just a one-day event, so you can go check them out in the links below and figure out a great night to take your family. So we're going to talk, most of these things are great for kids and great for families, but of course there are some things that are going to be a little bit better if you have kids versus not. And one of those things, of course, is Santa. Any of Santa sightings. Now, of course, most malls, most large shopping centers, things like that will have their own event schedule with Santa, but there are also other events that are specific that have Santa as well. We have Santa Saturdays at the South Carolina State Museum. You can, of course, get pictures with Santa, meet and greet and everything. And then there's also a 4D show. This year they're showing the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer in 4D. So every year they show a different 4D Christmas classic for the family. So while you're there, you can check that out and meet Santa. There are some charity events that go on every single year in the Midlands that are specifically Christmas related. Now, most churches in the area usually have some type of charity that you can participate in, but there are some specific ones that happen every year that are special events. And one of those things is the Ugly Christmas Sweater 5K run. So this is actually hosted by the South Carolina Department of Mental Health, and it benefits the Friends of the Met CAC. It's a nonprofit organization established to support the mission of the Metropolitan Children's Advocacy Center. So you can actually bring your dog dressed up in his holiday sweater and win a prize, and it's just a lot of fun. Another super special one is part of the charity one because it actually gives money to a nonprofit, but it's also part of my next pick, which is holiday bazaars and markets, because who doesn't need to go Christmas shopping? And you know what? Let's stop buying everything on online places and let's do some local shopping, because there are some amazing artists and artisans in the Midlands area, and this is the best place for you to find all of their things in one place. So my favorite is the Fox Family Farm Day that they have. Now, this is a 2-day event that they do every year, and this is both a kind of a petting zoo situation as well as a Christmas shopping. So you've got plenty of activities for the kids. You can pet all of their animals. They have so many farm animals. They can meet Santa. They can even have pictures taken with Santa and a farm animal. There are hay rides and face painting and a whole bunch of fun stuff. They even have a goat yoga class, because why the heck not? But also while you're there, they've got a great gift shop full of their own stuff, as well as some fantastic local artisans that they have and vendors every year that are all local. And everything that they make there that you buy from the gift shop and everything goes towards their own Fox Family Cares, and it's their nonprofit that they have, so you can give to a local charity, and it's really all about community, the community helping each other. And this location is in Eastover, which is very close to McIntyre Joint Base in the Midlands. So another holiday market that is super fun. They have so many, and I can just go down a huge list, but if you go on Facebook, you can find a whole bunch of stuff. But you've got the Irmo Holiday Market, which is at the Irmo Community Park. We have gone to so many events here. It's a really, really fun area. The mayor has really focused on making this such a great community area with some fantastic events we've gone to before for like 4th of July and stuff. And so this Christmas one is no exception. Another one of note is the Divine Street Market. So this one, Divine Street is a great, amazing area, sort of in the, not really Rosewood, but in kind of the Shandon, they kind of call it Shandon area, near that kind of neighborhood. Also very close to the Rosewood neighborhood, right outside, kind of still technically in downtown without being amongst all of the tall buildings. It's a fun little area. Most of the shops there are locally owned, and most are female owned. So it's a great way to shop locally and support female run businesses. Another one of note is the Noma Warehouse. Noma Warehouse is an amazing place. They have artisans, artists, and they have so many great events throughout the entire year. And so they have this very fun holiday market. They've got Santa, they've got live music, they've got people bartending, they've got so alcoholic beverages for the adults. They've got lots of snacks and stuff. They've got tons of food trucks. So it becomes this whole shindig, and it's at night for a couple of nights. So that is a lot of fun. A lot of fun to be had there. And you can still also bring your kids and stuff for Santa and everything, or just come by yourself, or, you know, with your significant other or something, and make it kind of a date night. Nightlife, they have so many parties around the area every single year, but some of note is the Not So Silent Night Soiree. So this actually happens in the Camden area. So it's a lot of fun. It's usually a little more dressed up if you want to do something like that. Definitely more adult. This is not something to bring the kids to. Another really fun one is they have the 5 Point celebration in 5 Points. They do have tons of kid stuff as well as more adult things, because 5 Points is the kind of bar and nightlife area of downtown Columbia. They also have a country celebration in Lexington at the South Carolina Farmers Market, and that is more artisans and live country music and things like that, with a lot of activities for the kids and shopping as well. So it's kind of everything in one. They also have the Ugly Christmas Bar Crawl, which happens in downtown Columbia. There's tons of other ugly Christmas sweater parties to be had around the area as well. And the last thing, and this will be something that is pretty common every year, but it's going to be a different show every year, and that is we've got 19 theaters and counting in the Columbia area, Midlands area. They keep growing, and the towns surrounding it have even more. But there's always something going on, whether it is a Nutcracker presentation, whether it's Christmas Carol, whether it's a, you know, just really rockin' fun Christmas concert, whatever you can think of in terms of a live event, we have here at the more than 19 different theaters, venues, playhouses, and concert venues in the area. So I'm gonna have something linked below so you can see a list of all of the venues that we have to offer in the Midlands area, so you can check them out whatever year you're watching this to find local live entertainment for the holidays. We have so much to do here. It's such a fun area in general, but during Christmas, it's just extra fun. You've got those annual events that go on that I look forward to every year. If you want to check out more things to do, not just during Christmas, but throughout the rest of the year, check out the video on your screen.